So hello, my name is Hezekiah. This is my name, Hezekiah Babatunde. Okay, I want to show a short code C++ on guess games. I'm going to close this file. Now, first and foremost, this is an online compiler. So you can go to this website, you can create an account, you can have an account to yourself, and then you can run your C++ code, Python source code, Java code. Well, it might be a little bit slower than the typical desktop experience, okay? You can come right here and add file, okay? Let me call it guess game.cpp. See that? That comes on guessgames.cpp. Now, I want to write a program. You as a user, you will guess a number. You will supply a number between 1 and 100. And if your number matches, the computer will tell you, you guess right. If your number is higher than the secret number, then the computer will tell you it's too high. And if it is lesser than it, the compiler will tell you it's too low. Keep guessing. Okay. Now, to do that, so like let's say C++ program, okay, for guess games. Okay. Now, in C++, just like your Python, remember if you program in Python, you say import numpy as NP, something like that. So in a similar way, you also need to import some libraries in C++, like hash, include, and this is the way we do that. So this library is for what? Input and output objects and other ones and others, okay, and others. So you need that library to be able to use functionalities that will help you display the result on the screen. Like if you want to write your output to the screen, the functionalities are, those objects are defined in this library, okay? Also, we need a library called cstdlib, okay? Okay, for this contains srand function, which we will need to generate random numbers. Also, we need a library called ctime, okay? This ctime, so this is needed for time function. This time function it's necessary for us to have it so that we can generate a CPU time epoch from 1970, okay? Right, now when you print in C++, normally you do this, cout less than, right? I want to print my name now, Hezekiah. So then you have semicolon, right? I'm assuming that my audience, you have background in C++. Now, if I don't have a namespace resolution declared, I have to do this. All the time I am typing cout to print, I have to put this scope resolution operator beside it, okay? Now, to avoid typing std : all the time, I will just do, I will declare using namespace std, okay? That is very, very important. I'll do that above my main line, okay? So let me move it up a little bit. So these 4 lines, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 6 are very important. You must have them above your main line. Then you have your main function, okay? Oh, sorry. And normally your main function is actually terminated by this statement. That is fine. Now we need user input, right? User input. We need a secret number. We need secret number. Then we need to count how many times you are guessing. If you guess like 5 times before getting it correctly, so you need to count that. And normally your count, if you get for the first time, if you run the source code and you guess right for the first time, then your count is 1. So therefore we need to set the count to what? To 1. Okay. We need to guess numbers between 1 and 100. So we declare int min equals 1, max equals 100. Okay. Now we need a seed. If you have done random number generation, we need a seed. Okay. That seed will enable you to get new set of numbers all the time, each time you run your source code. Okay. And that seed, you can get it from time of null. Now, this time function, it's from this library. What that one does is that it's going to give you a number. Let me print it out for you to see now. See out seed. Okay. If I display that, if I run that right here, okay, G ++ minus W extra minus STD equals C ++ 17 minus objective file, the name of the output, the name of the source code is guess game.cpp. And now that works fine. So / which is it. Now you can see the number here coming up. Okay. This number, it's very important for you to have it. Okay. And if I run it again, it might give me another number because it's a time function, so it keeps increasing. Oh, okay. I removed that. See out seed. Okay. So now you see that we have what I had here before is what? 863, the last 3 digits. Now I had 908. So if you run it again, another one, run it again, 922, you see? So this time function is what? It's returning CPU time from 1970. Okay, that's the way it's designed. So that each time you run your random number generator, you will have new results all the time. So then you will need to call this function srand of seed. This is very important. Needed to get new result each time. Okay, each time. Now, the secret number is going to be a set of random numbers between minimum and maximum. That's how to get random numbers between 100 and 1. I mean, between 1 and 100. That is the formula. Okay. If you want to prove this formula, you might have to go a little bit into number theory in mathematics. But that is it. If you want to guess random numbers between the minimum value and maximum value, that is how to do that. Okay. So now, if that is done, I think that is correct. Then you will start your game. Do something while user input not equals to secret number. You know, the secret number is going to be generated by the computer, right? So as long as you are not guessing it correctly, you have to keep guessing. So I'm using a do while loop. Okay. Do while loop. Okay. So do something. What do you do? So see out, enter an integer between 1 and 100. Okay, semicolon. So CIN, user input, right? So that is, now this prompt statement is, of course, at this stage, it's required for you so that when you run it, you will see on the screen what you need to do, right? So this is to input, to get input from the user, right? Now you compare your input. If user input is greater than secret number, okay, see out your guess number is too big. Okay, then you have to count plus plus. Okay, that means you have to increase the number of guess. So for the first time, for the first guess, count is 1. Okay, if you guess wrong, then you have to do it. You have to do it again. That's count is going to be what? 2. So okay, this is to increase the count, and then I'm going to use else if. Now in Python, you use elif, right? But in C++ or C or Java, use else if your user input is less than the secret number. Okay, I'll grab this and reverse the content. If your guess is what? Too small. Too small. Okay, you do the same thing. So you have that. You see that you guess right or you guess correctly. 2 options. Okay, so that is all you have to do in your do while loop. Okay, now at the end, oh, I need a semicolon here. At the end of your do while loop, then you will display your output. See out. I love the output here. You guess right. Okay, you guess it. Number to guess. User input or secret code. Yeah, user input. User input. User input is the right number, right? Is the right number. Okay, new line. Okay, and actually, if I had see out you guess it right after count guesses, right? Okay, that's just it. So this is now once again, I might not be so detailed in my explanation, but this is to show you how you can write a simple guess game in C++, and you can do the same thing in Python, Java, any language. Okay, so the idea is that we need some functionalities to help us write our program, and one of them is this. Okay, this CR library, I mean this IOStream library contains definition for this output object and this input object. See, CIN, console common inputs, and this is what common output. That's a short word for it. So this definition, this CIN together with this, you find the definition in what? In this library. And now to use srun function here, this srun function here, the definition is from this library. And to use it, ctime, where is the time function? This time function here, you need this library. Okay, similar stuff to what Python and other languages. Now, we will need to generate a secret number between 1 and 100. You can set the values to anything. Okay, you can have between any range of values. Okay, set. So, and this is the mathematically or in number theory, you can restrict the possible values to between minimum and maximum using this formula in C++. Okay, now the next statement is telling you the use of what? Do. In C++, this is called a do while loop. Do while loop is always terminated by what? At the end of a while. It's a semicolon here. Okay. If you don't put semicolon here, it will not work. You have to put a semicolon there. See that? There's a red something there. That's a warning. That's a mistake. It won't compile. Now, this is right. There is no warning here. Okay. So do if this line is compulsory, so that when you run it, you will know what to do, right? So do enter a number between 1 and 100. Okay. So this is how to input it from the console. Okay. And I think in Java, in Python, you do something like input, right? Some people, and in those days, you do what? Raw input, but that's Python. But in C++, the input is CIN, all in lowercase. Okay. So if user input is greater than the secret number, how do you get the secret number? From this formula here. Okay. If the user input is greater than the secret number, then right, your guess number is too big. Then you have to increase your count from 1 to, you have to increase your count. Now we need to set this count to 1. The reason is because if you are very lucky and you guess it right for the first time, right? Then you need to say you are right, you guess it right after 1 count. Okay, so your count needs to be 1, not 0. Okay, because some application you might have to set your count to 0. Okay, so you don't have to be what? Stereotyped about it. So your guess number is too big, count plus plus. Else, if your user input is less than secret number, your guess number is too small, count plus plus. Okay, you have to do all this. While, as long as you are not getting it correctly, keep doing all this. But once you get it correctly, that breaks the loop. And then this statement will get executed. Okay, so let me try and compile this. Oh, wow. That's slow. Okay. Let me clear up. I have to type again. G, that's a command to type G++. That's a command to compile minus W extra minus std equals C++ 17 minus lowercase o for the objective file. It is it for the name of my executable file, then followed by the name of my source code, guessgame.cpp. Okay, that compiles successfully, and I can run my executable file as a command. Now, yeah, it's telling me to enter a number. I'm going to enter 75. Oh, it's too big. Okay, I think I need to put in a new line after that. So let me stop that. I need to put a new line here. Okay, and a new line here. Okay, so let me run again. That's it. Yeah. So let me just type in 75. Your guess number is too small. Enter an integer. Oh, sorry about that. It has to be this one. Why did I do that? And put it here. And put new line there. New line there. Okay, yeah, that should fix everything. Let me compile again. Okay. So I love 75. I don't know why. Okay, so see what I'm talking about? Enter a number between, it says too big, so I have to use number that is less than that. Let me use 74. It's too big, let me use 70. It's too big, let me use 65. Oh, too big, let me use 56. Too big, let me use 45. Oh, too big again, let me use 35, suppose. Too big, oh, 30. Too small, I will use 32. Too big, and of course, 31 now. So you see that? You guess it right. 31 is the right number. You guess it right after 10 guesses. See that? After 10 guesses. After 10 guesses. Okay, so I think I need to fix this part. Guess it. Right. Okay. Then space. Yeah, I'll put semicolon here. Okay, so I can clear up the screen here using clear. Now, okay, so let me get it again, 65. It's too big, 45. Too small, 47. Too big, 46. So this is what I guess right. You guess it right. Oh, you guess right, it right. No, that's not fine. I want to clean that. You guess it right. Okay. And yeah, 65. Too big. It doesn't want to go above 75. I don't know why. 60. Too big. 45. Too big. 43. Too big. 41. Too big. 35. Too big. 30. 25. Too big. 20. Too big. 15, too big. Again, 12, too big. 10, too big. Oh, 7, too big. What? 1, too small. 2, too small. 3, too small. 4, too small. 5, too small. Now, this time around, it gave me what? I guess it right. Yes, you guess it right. 5 is the right number. You guess it right after 18 guesses. Okay, and if you count how many guesses I made here, that's like 18. Okay, so that's how to write a simple guess game in C++. You know, if you know your library in other languages, you can do the same thing. Okay, so and you can register online. You know, if you don't have a compiler installed on your system, as long as you have internet facilities, you can create an account on this web page. You see, I mean, this site, replit.com. I hope this is very informative. Thank you. And you can click the like button just to like my video. Okay. See you next time. Cheers.